Hey guys, Carey Hodsden PGA here with Common Sense Golf with another hopefully good lesson here for you to kind of understand how you can kind of feel power when you come from the inside on your golf swing and feel like you're coming over the top through the strike. Now, you've seen other instructors online, especially if you follow Ben Hogan type stuff. And there's one guy that went on a journey to try to discover his own swing called, I think it's called Classic Golf Swing. Um, but his thought is that you want to come over the top, feel like you're coming over the top through the strike area to kind of get that full body motion and that feeling of power that you feel when you come over the top. Now, what is coming over the top? Let's just review, and then I'm going to get into kind of a feel that you would want to look for to be able to sort of come over the top. I'm going to do this lesson down the line. I'll do another lesson that's kind of similar to this that will be facing, but for this one, we're going to talk about swinging from the inside, okay, but over the top, okay? So what is over the top? Over the top is a motion where when we take the golf swing back to the top of our backswing here, or to the end of our backswing, I'd like to say. I hate saying top and coming down on the forward swing. I like it forward swing and I like backswing. I don't like getting to the top of the swing and coming down, swinging down on the downswing. I don't like those terms because we're not really doing that. I mean, we're kind of doing that, but we're really more swinging around. Okay, so. And we'll talk about that again in the future on other lessons and get more granular with it. But for now, let's talk about getting back here and the feeling of coming over the top. So when you get back here to the end of your takeaway here, you're going to want to come right back down the line that you brought the club up. Okay, so we're bringing the club up this way. We want to come right back down the line. To us, it's going to feel like we're coming from the inside because we're rotating at the same time, so it's going to feel weird. An over the top move is going to feel more powerful, but look a lot different. So when we get the club back to this area here, an over the top move would involve coming this way, and it's going to feel very powerful with our trail shoulder, which for right-handers is going to be a right shoulder. It's going to feel very powerful to come down this way because it feels like you're taking your right shoulder and your right arm and chopping down, sort of on the golf ball. Now, the problem with that is that it swings you outside the plane line, makes you come over the top, right? So we get here, we come over the top. Now you can see where the club position is here. It's in a really bad position to try to get at the golf ball because the golf ball's down here somewhere, right? So I'm going to come this way. Now I got to figure out how to get this club back down to this golf ball and make the ball go straight, which is basically impossible. And most of the time, when you come over the top like this, you're going to swing over to the left and got to be towards your toes. The ball's going to take off to the left and slice, or if you've got a weaker grip, it's going to take off to the right and slice even more, which is just miserable. And then it brings into play a lot of shanks and different situations like that. Now, what we want to try to do is we want to try to find a way to have that powerful feeling of coming over the top, but do it coming down the plane line so that the club can stay on the plane line and come back to the ball the way we started. Once again, the plane line is created by our address position. So if my address position is like this, you can see this shaft right here. This is the plane line. We're going to try to come up the plane line, keep the shaft and the club on the plane line, continue to have it come up the plane line, and come back down the plane line in a perfect world back to where we kind of started. But to get that feeling of coming over the top through impact, we need to make sure that we are way inside swinging from the inside through the impact area, okay? So I'm going to face you for just a second. I'm going to show you what that kind of looks like. It involves taking our right elbow or our trail elbow, and once we get back here, trying to shove this elbow in front of our sternum, okay? If we can get it in front of our sternum, and see how my hand is facing forward, it's not like this, or shutting, to try to hit the golf ball. It's facing forward, like this, and I'm trying to get this elbow underneath here. Once I get this elbow underneath here, then I can feel like my shoulder, because the club is lagging so much here, I can feel like my shoulder then can come over the top for the strike. So I'm coming from the inside over the top with my shoulder. Down the line, it looks like this. I'm coming up the plane line. I'm shoving my trail elbow, in this case my right elbow, as I make my transition. So I'm making my transition to the left. I'm shoving this elbow in front of me. You'll feel like your right shoulder drops lower and like your head almost falls backwards, which I'm going to do a lesson on why the head falls backwards here shortly. So once you get up here, you're going to feel like your head falls backwards and you shove your right elbow in front of you. From this position, you can literally feel like, because your hands are so far forward here and the club is lagging, that you can literally close the door by coming over the top with your right shoulder to close the door. So here is what it kind of looks like. We're coming from the inside, then over the top, not coming from the outside over the top, and then trying to get the club back to the position of the golf ball. It is a wonderfully powerful feeling. And once you get kind of used to it, and you learn how to not let your head move with your shoulders as you're kind of swinging in this over-the-top motion, because that's what you really have to guard against, okay? If you're going to use this type of method to where your elbow is going to get in front of you, your right arm and hand are going to go under, and your shoulder is going to go under, once you get to this position, it's really, really easy when you start to come over, it's really, really easy for you to come over like this and move your head completely out of the golf swing. Okay, so you need to feel like your head is kind of falling backwards. I'm going to do a whole lesson on that and why that works and why you get more power and more accuracy when you feel like your head is falling backwards through the impact area. Okay, but for right now, that's what I want you to feel. I want you to feel like you're going up the plane line just like normal. Then you're going to shove your right elbow underneath and see how I haven't really done anything. I'm not like moving my arms here. I'm literally shoving my right elbow underneath, and it's shoving my right shoulder underneath. See this? So I'm underneath, okay? So it looks like my right shoulder is going to go underneath my chin, and that's where I want it to go. And from here, I'm going to feel like I'm over the top with my right shoulder here, okay, because I'm turning my whole body into the ball, and I'm getting massive power, just massive power driving through that golf ball. Now, takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you learn it, once you understand it, you're going to gain like massive yardage. You're going to gain massive spin. You're going to gain all kinds of stuff. All you got to do is not throw the club. Don't be throwing the club at the golf ball, okay? It's under and then over, okay? So I'll try to demonstrate just a couple of times here for you so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like down the line. And then we'll do other lessons where we're facing to kind of give you a similar idea of what this looks like, okay? So here we go. We're going to line up just like normal, get into our good athletic position. I'm going to come up the plane line here, okay? And then I'm going to go under from right here, and then I'm going to feel like I'm coming over with my shoulder. Should look something like this, okay? Okay? Caught that one a little bit thin, a little bit early yet. But we're going to try that again. I'm going to show you just how the motion works here. So we're going back, we're coming under, and then we're closing the door with our right shoulder and our right hip. Here we go. Okay, so that's a little bit better. All right, so that's going to be the feeling of the power that I want you to see. I want you to feel this under. Once you get under here, you can't really screw it up too much, okay? Then you're going to drive your shoulder, release properly, which is another part of the equation, which we'll talk about in other lessons that we have. And just get you that really good feeling of once you get under here, you can actually rotate your entire right hip, your right shoulder, everything, and just come over and drive the golf ball. You're going to be coming from the inside, so I promise you, you're not going to hit these big slices or anything like that. You're going to hit it really straight. You're going to hit it really powerful as long as you're releasing properly and you're not flipping your hands one way or the other, okay? So this has just been a quick tip on how to feel like you're swinging over the top, but from the inside, with this rotational classic move that Ben Hogan and Sam Snead and all the old classic greats did. Thanks for watching. I'm Carey Hodsden with Common Sense Golf, and I will see you soon.